Rosa Parks is often called the mother of the civil rights movement. In 1955, she made a brave choice that changed American history forever. By refusing to give up her bus seat to a white passenger in Montgomery, Alabama, she sparked a powerful movement for equality. Her actions showed the world that one person can make a difference. This act of courage led to the Montgomery bus boycott, which lasted over a year and brought together people of all races fighting for justice. Parks continued to be an important figure in the fight against segregation and discrimination. She traveled across the country, speaking at events and inspiring countless individuals to join in the struggle for civil rights. Her determination and resilience became symbols of hope for many people facing injustice. It was against this backdrop of her legacy that Rosa Parks found herself speaking at a school assembly. The students were filled with excitement as they listened to her powerful words about standing up for what is right. They learned about the importance of courage and kindness, and how each person has the ability to create change in their community. Rosa's presence deeply touched everyone, especially young people like 14-year-old Jamal Rivers. As she shared her story, the room grew silent with respect and admiration. Many students felt inspired by her bravery, but not everyone was smiling. Jamal sat in the front row, quietly overwhelmed by emotion. His heart was heavy with feelings he couldn't explain. While other students cheered and clapped for Rosa Parks, he found himself crying softly, feeling lost in a world that sometimes felt unfair. This moment of vulnerability did not go unnoticed by Rosa. Despite being escorted out after her speech, she turned back to see Jamal in distress. It was then that she chose to show him kindness in a way that would stay with him for the rest of his life, a simple yet profound act of compassion that illustrated her incredible character. The atmosphere in the school auditorium was electric with excitement. Students buzzed with anticipation as they took their seats, their chatter mixing with the fading echoes of a lively band that had played earlier. Banners decorated the walls, celebrating the theme of courage and justice, making everyone feel part of something special. Today was not just another day of classes, it was an opportunity to hear from a true hero. As Rosa Parks stepped onto the stage, the room fell silent. Her presence alone commanded respect, and the students leaned forward, eager to absorb her words. She shared her remarkable story, the struggles she faced, and the importance of standing up for what is right. The messages she conveyed about equality and courage resonated deeply with her audience. You could see in their eyes that many students felt inspired. Some nodded along as Rosa spoke, while others exchanged excited whispers about how brave she was. They learned that change is not easy, but that even one person's actions can have a powerful impact on the world around them. For many young people in this room, hearing Rosa speak felt like a call to action, a reminder that they too could make a difference. As the assembly continued, laughter and applause filled the air often, reflecting admiration for everything Rosa stood for. Yet amidst all this joy and inspiration lay moments of seriousness. Jamal Rivers sat in the front row with tears glistening in his eyes. His emotions were overwhelming him as he listened to Rosa's story and reflected on his own challenges. While others cheered enthusiastically, Jamal found himself lost in thought about life's unfairness. Rosa's powerful message echoed through each heart in attendance. This was more than just an assembly. It was a moment of unity and understanding where everyone could feel connected to something greater than themselves. As she finished speaking and received thunderous applause, little did anyone know that one simple act of kindness would soon follow, a gesture that would change a young boy's life forever. Amidst the sea of excited faces in the auditorium, 14-year-old Jamal Rivers sat quietly in the front row. He was a thoughtful boy who often kept to himself, finding solace in books and his imagination. Jamal loved to read about heroes and adventures, dreaming of a day when he could be brave like them. However, today felt different. It wasn't just another day of hearing stories. It was about a real-life hero speaking directly to him and his classmates. As Rosa Parks began her speech, Jamal listened intently. He admired her strength and courage, but as she recounted her struggles against injustice, it stirred up feelings within him that he hadn't fully understood before. Jamal faced challenges of his own at school. Sometimes he felt invisible among his peers, dealing with bullying and the pressures of fitting in. The weight of those experiences pressed on his heart as he listened to Rosa's powerful words. While other students cheered and clapped for Rosa, Jamal's thoughts drifted deeper. He felt overwhelmed by emotion, by the bravery that Rosa exemplified and the realization that change was possible but often difficult. A tear rolled down his cheek as he thought about how unfair life could be sometimes, and how he wished he had the strength to stand up for himself like Rosa did for others. In that moment of vulnerability, Jamal felt isolated despite being surrounded by friends. It was as if the room full of students had vanished, leaving only him with his thoughts. His heart ached for understanding and hope. He wanted to believe that he too could overcome adversity and make a difference. As Rosa finished her speech to roaring applause, Jamal remained lost in his emotions, unaware that someone was about to notice him, the very person whose courage had sparked this assembly, and could provide him with comfort in an unexpected way. Little did he know that this significant moment would lead to an act of kindness that would change his life forever. As Rosa Parks was being escorted out of the auditorium, the applause and cheers from the students still filled the air. Yet, amidst the celebration, she noticed something that tugged at her heart. A young boy in the front row, Jamal Rivers, sat with tears streaming down his face. The joy of the assembly seemed to fade away for her, as she locked eyes with him. In that moment, she understood that not everyone was feeling uplifted. Some were grappling with deeper emotions. Rosa's compassionate nature shone through as she paused mid-step. She could see that Jamal was in pain, lost in a world of hurt and confusion. While many would have simply walked past, Rosa felt a strong urge to reach out and offer comfort. She turned back toward him, her heart swelling with empathy. Reaching into her handbag, Rosa pulled out her travel Bible, a cherished item that had provided her strength throughout her journey for justice. It was more than just a book, it was a symbol of hope and resilience. As she approached Jamal, she knelt down so they were at eye level. With warmth in her voice, she gently handed him the Bible and said, "This is for you. May it give you strength when you need it." Jamal looked up at Rosa in disbelief. Here was this iconic figure, the woman who had stood up against injustice, offering him something so personal and meaningful. In that moment, he felt seen and valued for the first time in a long while. It wasn't just the Bible itself that mattered. It was Rosa's kind gesture that made him feel connected to someone who understood struggle. The surrounding noise faded as Jamal took the Bible in his hands, feeling its weight and significance. As he clutched it tightly against his chest, he realized that he wasn't alone in his fight. He had been given a reminder of hope from a true hero, a gesture that would inspire him for years to come. The travel Bible that Rosa Parks handed to Jamal Rivers was more than just an ordinary book. It was a powerful symbol of hope, faith, and strength. For Rosa, this Bible had accompanied her on many journeys, from the difficult battles she faced during the civil rights movement to moments of reflection and prayer. It served as a source of comfort and guidance through challenging times, reminding her of the importance of resilience in the face of adversity. When Rosa chose to give this cherished item to Jamal, she was passing on something much deeper than words. The Bible represented her unwavering belief in justice and her commitment to fighting for what is right. By sharing it with Jamal, she was not only offering him a physical object but also the spirit of courage and determination that it embodied. In that moment, it became a bridge connecting Rosa's experiences with Jamal's own struggles. As Jamal held the travel Bible in his hands, he felt its weight and significance. The leather cover was worn from years of use, and the pages were filled with wisdom that could guide him through tough times ahead. It was as if Rosa had entrusted him with a part of her journey, inspiring him to overcome his challenges and instilling a sense of purpose within him. The Bible became a reminder that he was not alone in his fight. He had the support of someone who had faced even greater obstacles. Over time, the travel Bible would take on even more significance for Jamal. Whenever he faced moments of doubt or difficulty, he would turn to its pages for inspiration. The stories within would serve as reminders of courage, faith, and determination, echoing the lessons he learned from Rosa's speech that day. As he carried it with him throughout his life, the Bible became a cherished companion, a beacon of hope, and a symbol of the kindness shown to him by a true hero when he needed it most. Coach Derrick Miles stood at the back of the auditorium, observing the assembly with a mix of pride and admiration. As a beloved figure in the school, he had always encouraged students to embrace their individuality and stand up against bullying. However, nothing could prepare him for the moment he witnessed between Rosa Parks and Jamal Rivers. When Rosa handed Jamal her travel Bible, Derrick felt a wave of emotion wash over him. He had seen countless students struggle with their own challenges, but this act of kindness struck a deeply emotional chord. That moment was powerful, he later reflected. It wasn't just about giving a boy a book, it was about showing him that someone truly cared. In Derrick's eyes, Rosa's gesture transcended the immediate situation. It symbolized hope for not only Jamal but for every student in the room who faced adversity. He knew firsthand how difficult it could be for young people to find their voice and feel valued, especially in the face of bullying or peer pressure. By witnessing Rosa's compassion, Derrick believed that Jamal was receiving an invaluable lesson in both resilience and empathy. The impact of this exchange extended beyond just Jamal's life. It rippled through the entire school community. Derrick hoped that other students would see this moment and be inspired to show kindness to one another, acting as advocates for those who might feel invisible or unheard. Rosa Parks didn't just change lives through her activism, he noted, but she also changed hearts in that auditorium. From that moment on, Derrick made it his mission to facilitate more conversations around empathy and support among the students. He organized discussions where students could share their struggles and encourage one another, ultimately creating a more inclusive environment. As he watched Jamal carefully hold onto the Bible after the assembly, Derrick felt a renewed sense of purpose. He knew that Rosa's simple act of kindness had planted seeds of courage within Jamal, laying the foundation for him to grow into a strong leader in his own right, and perhaps inspire future generations along the way. Receiving Rosa Parks' travel Bible profoundly impacted Jamal Rivers as he navigated through the challenges of adolescence and adulthood. In the immediate aftermath of their encounter, Jamal felt an unexpected sense of strength and encouragement every time he opened the cherished book. It wasn't just filled with words. It became a source of comfort during moments when he felt anxious or uncertain about his place in the world. As Jamal grew older, he faced various trials, from academic pressures to social dynamics that often felt overwhelming. Each time he struggled, whether dealing with bullying or feeling isolated, he would turn to the travel Bible for guidance. He found inspiration in its pages, often reflecting on Rosa's courage and resilience during her fight for justice. The stories within resonated deeply with him, reminding him that standing up for oneself and others was a noble pursuit. In high school, Jamal became more involved in initiatives aimed at promoting kindness and anti-bullying campaigns. He used his experiences to connect with younger students who might feel lost or marginalized, sharing the impact that Rosa's gesture had on his life. Empowered by her compassion, he took it upon himself to be a source of support for those in need, echoing the same kindness that had once been extended to him. As he moved into his college years and beyond, Jamal carried the Bible everywhere he went. It was not merely a spiritual guide but a constant reminder of a pivotal moment that shaped his identity. Whenever doubts crept in, or life presented obstacles, he would pause to reread passages that offered wisdom and hope, igniting the flame of resilience within him. Eventually, Jamal went on to advocate for social justice causes, drawing on the lessons learned from both Rosa Parks' life and his own journey. The travel Bible became a symbol not only of his personal growth but also of the power of compassion shared between individuals. As he stood before crowds to speak about equality and kindness, Jamal recognized that one simple act could create a ripple effect, just as it had done for him all those years ago. Rosa Parks' small act of kindness, handing her travel Bible to Jamal Rivers, created a lasting legacy that extended far beyond that single moment. This simple gesture demonstrated the power of empathy and compassion, reminding everyone in the auditorium, and those who would hear about it later, that even the smallest acts can have far-reaching effects. Rosa's recognition of Jamal's struggle showed that she not only understood the importance of fighting for justice but also the need for kindness in everyday interactions. As Jamal carried the Bible throughout his life, he often found himself reflecting on that moment when Rosa saw him in his vulnerability. It inspired him to embrace a life dedicated to helping others, showing how one person's kindness can ignite change in someone else's heart. Rosa's actions served as a beacon of hope and a reminder that compassion can create connections among individuals, fostering understanding and support in challenging times. In the years that followed, Jamal's journey became intertwined with the legacy of Rosa Parks. He became a voice for those who felt voiceless, advocating for empathy and justice in schools and communities. Whenever he spoke at events or shared his story, he would emphasize the importance of reaching out to others during tough moments. His testimony about receiving the travel Bible became a testament to how Rosa's kindness had shaped not just his life but also inspired countless others to show love and understanding. Moreover, Coach Derrick Miles made it a mission to ensure that Rosa's legacy of kindness was woven into the fabric of their school culture. He organized workshops and programs focused on empathy, encouraging students to support each other and celebrate their differences. The spirit of Rosa's compassion was cultivated in future generations, spreading awareness about the significance of kindness in overcoming prejudice and promoting unity. Ultimately, Rosa Parks' gesture was more than just an exchange between two individuals. It became a powerful example of how empathy can transform lives, foster community, and carry forward a message of love and resilience across time. This legacy serves as a reminder that no act of kindness is too small to make a difference in the world. As we reflect on the inspiring story of Rosa Parks and Jamal Rivers, it becomes clear that acts of kindness, no matter how small, hold the power to transform lives. Rosa's simple decision to share her travel Bible with Jamal not only offered him comfort in a moment of need but also instilled in him a sense of hope that would guide him throughout his life. This powerful exchange serves as a reminder that empathy and compassion can create lasting connections and have far-reaching effects on individuals and communities. In a world where challenges often seem overwhelming, we can all take inspiration from Rosa's example. Each of us has the ability to make a difference in someone else's life simply by being aware of those around us. Whether it's offering a listening ear, sharing words of encouragement, or standing up for someone who feels marginalized, these small gestures can ripple outwards, creating waves of positive change. Moreover, the legacy of kindness that stems from Rosa's interaction with Jamal emphasizes the importance of nurturing supportive environments in our schools and communities. It encourages us to advocate for one another and recognize the struggles that others may be facing. Just as Coach Derrick Miles dedicated himself to fostering empathy among students, we too can contribute to building spaces where kindness thrives. Let this story inspire all of us to look for ways to spread kindness in our everyday lives. Consider how we can lift each other up, celebrating our shared humanity through compassion. The impact we make today may not always be visible right away, but over time, it can lead to profound changes, not only for individuals but also for entire communities. As we move forward, remember that every act of kindness counts. Just like Rosa Parks showed Jamal Rivers the importance of standing strong and caring for others, we can carry that spirit with us every day. Let us embrace opportunities to spread kindness and compassion ourselves, knowing that we might just ignite hope in others when they need it most.